What makes Indian food special and unique is its spices. The most common ones are coriander, turmeric, chili, cumin, and then we have highly aromatic spices like cardamom, cloves, cinnamon, mace, and the way we use these spices in a dish, it changes the whole character of the dish. At times we just use the whole spice, at times we use ground spices, at times we roast and grind, and that too with varying degree of roasting. One of these spices that I love is cumin, and roasted cumin is something that we use in many dishes. We use it in raitas, we use it in chickpeas, chole. So how do you toast or roast cumin? You take a pan. The best way to use spices is to first get yourself familiarized with them. So whenever you buy any spice, smell it, typical cumin. Spicy but not hot spicy. So for roasting this, you take cumin seeds, dried cumin seeds, and you take a hot pan, heat the pan evenly and make sure that you start mixing them at regular interval. Roasting time would depend on the moisture content that it has. In India, most of the spices that we buy, they are pretty dry. Look at the heat that I am using here. Now I can begin to smell the nice aroma which is typical cumin. Spicy, does not feel like pepper, does not feel like chilies, but it's something which is slightly nutty, but it's very difficult to explain smell of cumin because it's so cumin. And now I could use it for some dishes. I could use it like this. When it has changed its color, look at the difference. However, for some dishes, I would keep on cooking this. I would keep on roasting this. You could do this in an oven, but quicker way is to do this in a pan. Make sure you keep on stirring the pan, use a nice ladle, and make sure they get roasted evenly. Really, really important. Since for chole I need to give dark color, I can give that by cooking this more, giving this much darker color, almost burning it, almost charring it, but it does not lose its character. It still is very cumin. Actually, as a child, this is something which I used to really, really love in most of dishes, right from simple raita to curries to just boiled potatoes, some ghee or butter and salt, rock salt with roasted cumin which is crushed. Tastes divine. Now, if you see the color, while you cook this in a pan, if you leave it for some time, you'll hear slight crackling sound, but it'll not really jump the way mustard jumps. Yes, mustard has more moisture and then it starts to jump. But here I can hear that nice crackling sound, and I'm still cooking, I'm still roasting them. And this is the color that I want for chole, for chickpeas. Look at this. All done, almost charred, but this is the way I love it. Tastes divine, smells fantastic. But make sure pan is hot and it keeps on cooking. Even if you have switched off the heat, make sure you keep on stirring this. Time to grind this. Typically, we would use mortar and a pestle made of marble. But before you start to grind this, make sure that you have cooled this down, because that is when it will become nice and crisp and it will be easy to grind. Just take this and little pressure, circular motion, doesn't matter, clockwise or anti-clockwise, and really nice aroma. Look at the color. You could easily grind this in a coffee grinder or a dry spice grinder. So the only difference is that in a grinder and a mortar and a pestle, in this case there is cutting action because of the blades here. The action is cutting, whereas In this case, it is crushing. So the release of aroma is quite different. However, this is much quicker.
Just close it.
Make sure this has cooled down. Time to grind. Simply superb. Now, you don't want to lose this aroma. Make sure after grinding this, if you have to store it, you store it in an airtight container. And then you can keep it for about 2 weeks, but no longer than that. I would not. But yeah, if there is pressure of time, maybe 4 weeks. That's it.